What is up, everyone out there? Appreciate everyone jumping into the stream, man. I see I got a bunch of questions already, man. But again, if first time here, it would be dope as hell if you guys would obviously subscribe to the channel and help a brother out, man. But yeah, absolutely throw your questions into the chat and let's get going here as I'm running like a minute late, a couple minutes late. Anyways, whatever. And as always, solo operation over here. So if there's any technical issues, if I'm cutting out, if my audio's not looking good, then, obviously, let me know in the chats. Anyways, all right, here we go, brother. Let's get it going here. Okay. This is from Chuck Keefe. Good morning to you, pal. Deontay Foreman, Zach Moss this week. Ooh, God, it's so hard. You're right, dude. It's so hard to sit Zach Moss after last week. But you love Deontay like you do. Yeah, man. Bro, you guys can go look, man. Like I was writing about Deontay Foreman. I mean, back in the day, I love Deontay Foreman, and I've loved him for a long time. I love his game. I just think he's a very capable NFL running back, and he's the kind of player. Ooh, Malik Willis getting into the game here for Tennessee. This is interesting. Let's see if he throws up all over his shoes. I guess Tannehill, we saw him limping around. He's been limping around for like at least a quarter here. So Malik Willis is going to get his chance. Can I tell you guys about my fantasy league here, where I'm in a super flex and I'm playing with like a bunch of these reception perception sicko tier members, and it's a two quarterback league, super flex league. These are my two quarterbacks that I drafted. I felt freaking great about. I was like, I got good value for these dudes. Aaron Rodgers, one. Okay. Anthony Richardson, two. I have Aaron Rodgers and Anthony Richardson in a super flex league. Yeah. Crazily, the crazy thing is, I'm still like, I think I'm still like top 3 or 4 in that league. It's insane. Anyways, whatever. Chuck Keefe, back to your question here. I love Deontay Foreman. I don't know how you sit him. I don't know how you sit him this week. He's going to get all the work in what should be a relatively high-scoring game. Now, again, let me just put it to you this way. The matchup is whatever's, right? The matchup is whatever's. It's not a super favorable matchup against Minnesota, but I kind of sort of don't care, right? Like Minnesota has given up the 8th fewest fantasy points per game, and you're like, okay. They don't give up a lot of receiving work, which is why they're, pretty good, right? 3rd fewest receptions per game. Oh, excuse me, the 7th fewest receptions and the 3rd fewest receiving yards per game. Okay, I mean, again, but when you take a look at, kind of like other metrics, run stuff right, they're about league average. Yards after contact, they're closer to league average, but still overall pretty good. And rush yards per game, about league average, right? Deontay Foreman is going to get work on the ground. And I just kind of figured that he should be fine. I think he'll be fine. He's going to see a ton of volume, and yeah, it's not a bad matchup by any stretch of the imagination. I know 8th fewest fantasy points per game. You're like, oh, that could be so scary. Yeah, not really. If you watch Minnesota play, man, like their rush defense is average. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go Deontay Foreman there. I think it's going to be a 50-50 backfield split with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor this week. I don't know. We'll see. Really hard to sit Zach Moss after last week, but you know what, man? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going Deontay Foreman just a touch a hair above Zach Moss this week. All right, Aiden Galagos, Cono, yeah. Travesty, I'm not on the Major Fantasy Football Stream Network. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you saying that. Dude, me and the Ranker, man. Adam Ranker's a good friend of mine, by the way. And I tell you what, man, if I could ever reunite with Adam Rank again and just do our thing, baby. I'm telling you, we were a little bit ahead of our time. Just a touch. Like, I'm watching Cops Rank do these, like, angry runs and stuff. I'm like, it's funny. We were doing similar type of stuff. And we get called into offices, and people be like, yo, we need you to back up just a little bit. Right? They didn't they weren't ready for that energy, baby. Right? But then all of a sudden, JMSP is doing it, and everyone's trying to do it, right? But I'm just saying, we were just a little bit ahead of our time. In that regard. So, but yeah, no, I would absolutely love to get back to NFL Network and do my thing with Adam Rank. A lot of the other side things about NFL Network, okay, I'm just a little people around here. Not great. Okay, not great. But
there were certain people that I'm working at NFL that were awesome. Okay, Adam Brand was certainly one of those. Anyway, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields. Oh, you're going Fields tonight. I know Burrow had 300 yards last week. But again, Minnesota's nasty defense is bad. Justin Fields is just sort of fire man. I think the Seattle game is an interesting one for Cincinnati. They're getting their orders back, right? Like you and all that. So I'm a little bit hesitant there. Seattle. I don't know. Seattle. Can I be honest? I said this on the podcast, or the reception podcast. Like this Cincinnati Seattle game, we all over the map, man. I'm not sure. Like I could absolutely see like a 13-9 game happening, but I could also see like when your year is 35-28 game too. Both these teams are pretty solid defensively, but they have holes, right? And those holes can be exploited. So I don't know. Will either one of these offenses kind of sort of figure that out? I'm not sure. Plus, I actually think Seattle's going to put a decent number. I do think Seattle's going to put a decent number on Seattle. Seattle's going to put a decent number on Cincinnati. I do have Joe Burrow as a start. Okay, so Seattle has allowed the second most pass yards to quarterbacks this year, 68.5 college completion rate. That's the 8th worst. Burrow is getting healthier. And what's up with T. Higgins? Is he playing? I'm not sure. But I do think Seattle's secondary is getting a little bit healthier, so it does give me pause to say Justin Fields, but my gut reaction is Justin Fields. Obviously, I think he's got a much better matchup there as well. So, yeah, I'll stick with that. I'll go ahead and stick with Justin Fields over Joe Burrow there. All right, you got one more. Scary Terry, Tyler Lockett, or Mike Evans. Mike Evans scares me with the injury, so I'll lean against that. I kind of sort of like, oh man, I'm gonna go Terry McLaurin here. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good to say that, but I'll go ahead and say Terry McLaurin. Yeah, we'll go Terry McLaurin right there. Clark Schuyler, what's up? Good morning to you, pal. I just want to say, man, we appreciate the support. You know, you've been a long-time supporter for years now, years and years. So definitely appreciate that, brother. All right. Mike Evans versus Detroit, or Olave versus... I'm going Olave. Again, an injury for Mike Evans scares me, dude. So I'm going to go Olave there. I know he's been... I mean, god dang, he's been atrocious. He has been atrocious the last couple of weeks. Not him. It's not him. You know, it's a quarterback play, obviously, there in New Orleans. But I'll go Olave there. I think he has a nice little bounce back week this week against Houston. Herbert versus Dallas, yes. Stafford versus Arizona with Kupp's stickity stack. Oh, you've got the Stafford Kupp stack. Look, in DFS, I'm going Stafford Kupp. Well, I guess you have to because Herbert's playing in primetime, but... Yeah, no, I like Herbert a lot. I mean, I like Stafford a lot, rather. Obviously, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I have him as a start this week, man. But no, I don't know how you get away from Herbert. It's going to be a high-scoring game, should be anyways. Vegas has this as 15.5 point over/under, and yeah, I mean, you know, Vegas pretty accurate about this kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and say. Yeah, Herbert in what should be a pretty high-scoring game. I think Dak's going to have a really nice game this week as well. Jason McFarland, you need 2 for PPR. Palmer, Ford, and Ramondre. You're thinking Ford's an odd man out. I think so, too. Let me just check a couple of data points here for you before we finalize that. I do think you're leaning onto something here. Ramondre's, by the way, Ramondre's been really, really bad. I know Ford's been really bad too, except for those touchdowns. You know he's going to get the work. Ramondre's a little bit scarier because he's in a timeshare with Zeke. Okay, now San Francisco. I was just looking up their passing work here, and yeah, they're below league average. In terms of receiving yards allowed per game
and then they are 7th worst in regards to receptions allowed per game to running backs. That's the only thing I wanted to check here, because I do think San Francisco, especially with PJ Walker, is it PJ Walker? No, excuse me. DTR, Dorian. I was like, that's definitely not right. Dorian Thompson Robinson, DTR, we'll just call him, in there for Cleveland. I think San Francisco is going to get out to a fairly chunky lead, right? So Cleveland should be in comeback mode. They're going to be in pass mode, and I think because of that, Jerome Ford might get some, sneaky, disgusting PPR value. That being said, I do like Ramondre this week, and I think even when we're talking it out here with Ford, that margin for error gets pretty narrow. So I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go Palmer, Ramondre. We'll go ahead and go those two guys right there. Ford, the odd man out. Bad matchup against San Francisco. So, yeah, I like it. Michael Parla Greco. Happy Sunday, my dude. Do I play in any Dynasty leagues? Yes, I am in 2 Dynasty leagues right now. What am I doing with Jahan Dotson? I know he's been not great, and his value, I think, is still pretty high. Can I be 100% honest? We love Dotson. Dotson's a great player. Should really come around. But I don't think Washington's going to be bad enough to get one of these top quarterbacks. They may be doing this whole, wouldn't it be interesting if Washington made a move for Kirk Cousins to bring him back home, dude? That'd be interesting. I know they still have a lot of ties there in the D.C. area, do the Kirks, right? So that would seem to make some sense if they could get that done. But how about if they do that? Now, if they don't do that, I think it might be Sam Howell for another year. So it's a little bit risky, but I don't mind moving on from Jahan Dotson, to be honest with you. I think he's still going to be, like, I don't know why people do this, but it's like, look, Terry McLaurin's an established player. He's, again, people consider him to be a top 15 wide receiver in this league. You think Jahan Dotson's there? I think he's a really good player. I just don't know if he's top 15. And let's say he is. Washington's got an interesting problem on their hands now, right? So they've got two really good pass catchers there in Dotson and Terry McLaurin. So where do the targets end up? Right now, it's, they're spreading it around a little bit, They're doing the whole Curtis Samuel. Logan Thomas getting targets type of thing right now. They're really spreading that ball around. It's a little bit like the Chiefs. I only bring that up because there's that connective tissue there with Eric Bieniemy. I don't know. I think his value might be as high as it's going to get right now with Dotson. So again, before I say that, let me go ahead and look at Washington's schedule because this is gonna determine what trade value looks like moving forward. Atlanta, they got the Giants coming up. That's a good matchup. Man-to-man coverage there, and Dotson is a man-to-man beater. They got Philadelphia coming up, which I know by the numbers is a good matchup. I don't think it's that good. New England, not a good matchup. Seattle, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a neutral matchup because, again, when they get their cornerbacks back. Ooh, excuse me. Did they get the Giants again? Dallas, not a good matchup. Miami, that's in week 13. So I'm not 100% sure. And the reason I bring that up is I wonder if Vic Fangio gets these boys up and running by week 13. So yeah, I'm looking at the schedule, not looking great. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think you should move on. If you can get a first round draft pick back for Dotson and like a first round pick and something, I'd probably do that. I'm definitely not moving him for anything less than a first though, for sure. McFarland, you're spamming the chats, baby. I like it though. It's all good. All right, Laporta dinged up, injury risk. Logan Thomas the safer play. Yes, I think Logan Thomas is the safer play. But again, if you're going for a big number, got to go Laporta, man. Got to go Laporta if you're going for a bigger number. Strong Style Ninja in the chats, who I definitely appreciate the support, no doubt. T. Higgins, Tyler Lockett. Well, T. Higgins banged up now. I'm going to go Tyler Lockett because of injury refactor there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Nakua or Amon-Ra St. Brown from Adam Saldana. How to eat. I mean, first of all, what a great conundrum you have. I can't believe you can't find a way to play both these guys. But I'm definitely playing Puka Nakua in what I think is an awesome, awesome matchup for Puka this week. Hold on, I got some information here. Puka. All right. Smash spot, Puka Nacua. Arizona has allowed the 4th most receptions and the 5th most yards to outside wide receivers. Again, we just saw Jamar Chase go insano. He's not. I mean, Puka's not Jamar Chase, and Puka's not going to see 19 targets. At least, I don't think so. But Jamar Chase did go bonkers, right? Nearly 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Brandon Ayuk also went crazy. He put up the 20 spot, 6 catches for 148. Michael Gallup had his best game of the season, 6 catches for 92. And Jalen Hyatt, okay, outside wide receiver, 2 for 89. These are all double-digit PPR games. All outside guys, all posted good games. I do think Puka Nacua has an absolute smash spot matchup lined up in front of him here today. Yeah, man, they've just been giving up a 74.4% completion rate to outside wide receivers. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. 11.6 total receptions per game to outside wide receivers. It's just the numbers line up, dude. I don't know. I don't know how you get away from Puka. Plus, he's getting huge usage in this offense as well, man. So I'm just trying to keep one eyeball on this Baltimore-Tennessee game. I need a Tyjae Spears, something. I need a something from Spears, man. So yeah, audio static. Let me move some shit around. And see if we still get the audio static. All right. Am I at the sawmill? Oh my God, my audio's that bad, brother? I don't know, man. Throw it back to me in the chats, dude. Let me know. Is my audio better here? I don't know, man. Let's hope it is. I don't know what's going on. If otherwise, what the hell do I do? I don't know. Let me check one more thing, you guys. Audio. Yeah, shoot. I don't know, brother. Yo, is it better? Oh, we're clear now. Okay, good. Okay. Thanks. That's the funny thing. Apparently just got to move some shit around. What the fuck, dude? I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Okay, cool. I should have checked that before, man. I appreciate y'all, man. So, obviously we just went through about 10 minutes of 15 minutes of that, nonsense. Anyways, whatever, dude. It's all good. All right. Okay, bad audio. Okay, Adam Saldana, start 3. Chase, Keenan Allen, Sun God, Nacua. All right, we're starting Nacua. We're starting Chase, obviously, and we're starting Keenan Allen. Damn. I can't believe you're not playing Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude. You have a stacked wide receiver group, dude. You need to make a trade, brother. Adam Saldana, you need to make a trade, dude. Come on, bro. All right. Boom. Okay, we're good. All right, sick. Thank you, bro. Maybe it was myself. I don't know what it was. Shit, I don't know. Chuba or James Cook? My gut tells me it's James Cook, but I do think Chuba's probably the safer bet. He's going to get the work, you got no Miles Sanders there for Carolina. Miami, honestly, low-key, they're not a very good defense, by the way. I mean, I do love Vic Fangio. I'm just saying right now, they're still getting used to his style, right? I think it's going to be, look, they're going to be down double digits. They're going to be down double digits, bro. They're going to get absolutely smoked. Carolina is by Miami. But what's interesting about that from a fantasy perspective is that Chuba, obviously their pass catching running back, he should get a lot of work out of the backfield. And this is a unit in Miami, by the way, that it has given up the second highest yards per target average to running backs. They're giving up a 76% catch rate to running backs, which is about league average right there. So yeah, man, I would say you could go ahead and play Chuba because of volume. James Cook, I want to love James Cook, I really do. But with Buffalo projected as a double-digit favorite ahead of New York, I just wonder how much they're going to have to lean on James Cook at all. So I would shy away from there just from a game scripting perspective. Yeah, that would be my worry there. All right. Matt, one of Amari Cooper, PJ Walker. Oh, Amari Cooper with PJ Walker versus the 49ers. Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel. Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel. Okay, one of Amari Cooper, Josh Palmer, or Curtis Samuel. Feels like a dirty Josh Palmer pick. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's go with the better quarterback, higher scoring matchup. Right, we're talking 50.5 point over under there total there in for LA. So yeah, go ahead and give me Josh Palmer right there. Although I am intrigued by Curtis Samuel. Hold on, I've got some interesting information. I've got Curtis Samuel as a sleeper. Atlanta has been below average against the slot. They've allowed the 7th most fantasy points to inside pass catchers. Samuel, who lines up inside 65% of the time, has been a go-to receiver. He has scored 18 plus in back-to-back weeks. Good matchup. Highly utilized player is Curtis Samuel. I'll just say this. I think if you want a floor, go Josh Palmer. But I do think if you want a little bit of upside this week, I would go with Curtis Samuel. I can't believe Amari Cooper is actually number 3 among that group. And obviously we could be proven wrong because Cooper just needs one big play, and just he can get it going. So we'll see. All right. Chuba or Nico? I am going to chase that Nico Collins upside. And first of all, no Tank Dell, I think that raises his floor a little bit too. I think we can all agree, right, that Nico, if this is PPR, yeah, PPR flex. I think we can all agree, right, that Nico's going to see minimum 8 targets today. I would probably put him around like 12 targets, but I think minimum 8 targets for Nico Collins, and I think that gives you a pretty safe floor and also a really good upside as well. Robin, what's up, man? Good to see you. Half PPR. Downs or Osborne, or Deebo Samuel, Curtis Samuel? Help me out. Deebo Samuel, Curtis Samuel. I think you're saying Curtis Samuel. If it's Curtis Samuel, Downs, or Osborne, I am going to go Samuel. Although I am tempted by Downs. I think Osborne is the odd man out there. Okay. But again, if it's Deebo, you're playing Deebo. So just let me know. All right, Matt. Kralovic. I feel like it's Kralovic. Matt, let me know if I got that. I like trying to pronounce people's names, man. I have the most boring ass simple name. By the way, apparently Malik Willis is unable to throw the football. I'm watching like 5 plays here, and I'm like, brother, I mean, can we? You're not at liberty anymore. Can we throw the football? I guess not. Anyways, Matt Kralovic, I'm gonna say full PPR, no TEP. What's TEP? I don't know. Drake London, Rashad White, Laporta, Brian Robinson. Of that group, I actually like Drake London. I'm scared of the Laporta injury. No tight end premium. I got you now. TEP, tight end premium. Got it. All right. Drake London. I like Drake London there. Rashad White, I don't think he's got a very good matchup, but let me just double check and make sure. Detroit. What do we got for Detroit? Detroit. Wait, Detroit's allowed the second fewest fantasy points per game to running backs? Is that right? Wow, that's crazy, bro. I haven't checked that in a minute. That is crazy. Wow. I'm surprised by that one. 3.14 yards per carry allowed by Detroit right now, too, which is 3rd best in the NFL. 2nd best in the NFL in terms of yards per contact allowed. Wow, Detroit is just... Detroit's balling. That's funny. It's really funny. I just haven't... Like, when I look at Detroit, I'm like, yeah, that's a neutral matchup. So I don't, like, really... I'm not like super all in on Detroit. I guess I should be all in. God damn. They have not allowed a single explosive run all year long. The Detroit Lions. Wow, that, my friends, is very surprising. Okay, so because again, Detroit was one of these teams you could absolutely pick on last year from the run game perspective. So yeah, that's a bit surprising to me. So yeah, we're not going Rashad White. Let's go Drake London. Let's go Drake London. I like his matchup outside. I've got information on Drake London as well. I do have him as a sleeper. I do indeed. Washington continues to get burned by outside receivers. DJ Moore went berserk, obviously, 3 touchdowns. AJ Brown went crazy, 2 touchdowns. And this is in back-to-back weeks. We're talking 38.5 and 49 points respectively for these guys. Even lesser wide receivers, Gabe Davis, Cortland Sutton, double-digit PPR days. After scoring 0 in week 1, London has had double-digit PPR points in 3 of his last 4 games. Ritter significantly better at home. He's throwing about 40 yards more per game passing-wise, is Desmond Ritter, so that's pretty good. So, yeah, man, I really like Drake London. By the way, if you play DFS, I really like Drake London in DFS as well. All right, cool. What happened? First of all, yeah, you guys stuck through it, Daiquiri, man. I appreciate you for doing that for sure. What happened to the finger? I was opening a box for my son. It was his birthday yesterday, and I mean, severed. God damn. I mean, just the biggest freaking cut you would see opening a box. Anyways, it's crazy. So, anyways, we're mending. We're on the mend. I was flowing, baby. I was just flowing. And we were good. Did I get my daily line? I did. I got my daily lineup last night. So we're good. All right. Andrew, start 2 in PPR. Olave, Ayuk, James Cook. We're starting Olave. We're starting Ayuk. This one's easy. I'm not even second guessing the James Cook one on this one. We're playing Olave. We're playing Ayuk. All right, here we go. Yeah. The Cooper matchup, yep, against the 49ers, yeah, it's tough. I'm not trusting it. Backup quarterback there too. Boom, 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 boom. Robin, yep. Curtis Samuel, yep. Also tempted by Downs. I know he's been good. Downs has been good. But again, I kind of sort of got it there. I was closer the first time. Yeah, I think I said Kralovic. Kralovic was the first one. I thought it might be Kralovic. All right. Boom. All right. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm hopping on the Detroit bandwagon. All right. While I got you guys here, okay, we got, again, if you guys want to throw some more stuff into the chat, by all means, okay? And I'll be sure to get to it there. All right. I'll let you in on some start-sit guys here that I've got highlighted here. Again, these are notes that I haven't actually released yet, okay? So there. So here we go. I have Calvin Ridley as a strong start today. Indianapolis has given up the 4th most fantasy points per game to outside wide receivers. They've given up the most receptions and the 3rd most yards to outside wide receivers. I really like Calvin Ridley. DeAndre Hopkins against the Colts last week. What did he do? 8 catches, 140. Right. Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 163 and a touchdown. Right. So this is in back-to-back weeks leading up to Ridley here. Ridley, who finally he had that great first half in week 1 and then just did nothing for I don't know how many quarters, but a lot of quarters, right? And so finally he woke up, right? So he got 8 targets, 7 catches for 122. I believe Zay Jones is out too, right, guys? Let me go ahead and just double check that. Jags injury report. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Zay Jones is DNP. Yeah, he's out. Yeah. Zay Jones is out, meaning really, really good things. Oh, my goodness. What do we got going on over here? What am I watching? Big play. I just missed something here. Oh, my goodness. That was Tajay Spears. He did something. He did something. What? That's crazy, dog. Let's go. Oh, dude, can I tell you guys something, man? I just realized. So I put my sleeper video out, and I really like Tajay Spears, right? I didn't realize that I had some bad info there. I had some bad info. My data set, I don't know what happened when I was putting this thing together. I don't know. My eyes must have got crossed or something, brother. I don't know what happened. But the info was wrong that I put on Tajay Spears, so I feel bad about that. But here he is doing something anyways, which is great. Let's see if he scores this touchdown. That'd be awesome. If he scores that touchdown, I'm looking good. Derrick Henry on the sideline? What's going on here? 145 left to go. This is crazy. Crazy stuff. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I really like Calvin Ridley here. Okay, you guys know I put this one out there. I like Michael Gallup as well. The Chargers have allowed the most fantasy points per game to outside wide receivers, the fourth most yards, fifth most receptions. They've got Spears in here, guys. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. I like being right, and even if it's for the wrong reasons, I totally put that out on mistake. So I apologize. Here's Spears in the flat. They looked at him. Nope, they didn't go to him. And of course, okay, Malik Willis sucks. Okay. Anyways, whatever. We're moving on. All right. What do we got here with DJ Moore? Smash spot. Minnesota has allowed the fifth most fantasy points per game to outside wide receivers. Bottom four in receptions. In receptions, yards, and yards per target. Completion percentage allowed to outside wide receivers. They are bad. Minnesota's bad against outside wide receivers. And, of course, we just saw DJ Moore put up the best game of his career. Okay, 8 catches, 230. That's a career high, 230. And a touchdown, 49 PPR points. That is a career high for DJ Moore. So, yeah, he's got a smash spot here against Minnesota. Oh, my God, Malik, you're so bad. Can Malik Willis do anything from the quarterbacking spot here, man? It is rough. Aiden Gallegos. All right. Downs, Osborne, or Mike Evans, half PPR for flex. Yeah, man, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think in the chats, man. What are you guys thinking here in regards to oh my God, we got bailed out by a flag here at the goal line. Anyways, what do you guys think about Mike Evans in this injury? I'm scared to death of it. I feel like he might just be like a decoy or something out there. Yeah, didn't practice and stuff. I don't know, man. I'm a little scared by that. I'm going to go with Downs or Osborne here, and I think I like Downs a little bit more than Osborne. I like Downs a little bit more than Osborne. I'm going to check. I'll give you some info if you want. Boom. Obviously, Indianapolis playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville versus the slot. What are we looking at? Jacksonville versus the slot. About league average. About league average in terms of fantasy points allowed. A little bit below average in terms of yards per attempt. So 7.6 yards per attempt allowed to slot receivers. As I'm watching Malik Willis just on the struggle bus, we got another flag coming in. Okay. And let me take a look at this. They're about league average everywhere. Yards per game, completion percentage allowed, receptions per game. So, yeah, average matchup. But I like Gardner Minshew, actually, here for Josh Downs. I think Downs is going to see, I don't know, 8 targets. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm scared of T. Higgins too, man. I feel like he could get re-injured. I mean, think about what he's going through with that rib fracture. Like, one hard hit, and he's probably out. And if he's not out, he's going to be out for a while. He's going to go into the locker room. Those kind of things, man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know Evans cleared the injury report. I know, but I don't know, brother. It's just Matt's hit it right on the head. Older player, hamstring injuries. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. All right. All right. So we're moving on. Okay. What other plays do I like here? You know what's funny? I got a lot of tight end plays here. How many opportunities is Tennessee going to have, and how many times are they going to move the ball backwards? It's shocking. Just hand the ball off, guys. Why are we putting the ball into Malik Willis' hands? It just makes no sense. And now they're out of clock. I mean, this is just unbelievable stuff we got going on. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. Nuke Hopkins can't even see a catchable ball. Unbelievable. Obviously, we love T.J. Hawkinson. Okay, Chicago has allowed a league worst 85% completion rate to tight end. Hold on, guys. Sometimes you get a little allergies. Got some allergies going for the past couple of days, man. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Anyways, they really just kicked a field goal? Wow. Okay. That's interesting. All right. Anyways, okay. I have Where was I here? Oh, yeah, I've got Hawkinson as a smash spot today. Chicago allows a league worst 85% completion rate. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is out, and I think Hawkinson, more than Addison, becomes the de facto number one pass catcher. He's seen 8+ targets in 4 of the last 5 games, and he scored double-digit PPR in all 4 of those games, man. So I think he'll be great. I think he will be. I think he'll be wonderful. I've got Kittle as a strong start this week. Cleveland has only had to defend 15 tight end targets, the fewest in the NFL. That seems weird. That's a weird stat to me. So yeah, but their efficiency metrics though, not very good. They allow an 80% completion rate to tight end, which is the 5th worst in the NFL. I think Kittle gets the job done here today. If you guys want a deep sleeper at tight end, can I offer you up Cade Otton? I've got Cade Otton as a deep sleeper here against Detroit. Detroit's given up the most yards and receptions to tight ends. And even though no particular player has really stung them too bad, Pitts was the best, right? He had 5 catches for 41. That's still only 9.1 PPR points. So you're like, that's not that bad, right? So, yeah. So I think it's because they've been seeing a lot of these teams that play a little bit of platoon at tight end. Kansas City, they saw week 1. That was without Travis Kelce, right? Seattle, Atlanta, right? They have a little bit of platoon there too. And then Green Bay, they had Luke Musgrave, but he got injured in that game, right? So, and then finally Carolina, who they're running out like 3 tight ends right now, which is insane. Hayden Hurst and Tommy Tremble, and they got one other guy that doesn't matter, but they play him too. So, but in regards to Cade Otton, this is Otton's job, right? He plays 97% of the snaps. Believe it or not, Cade Otton's actually second on the team in terms of routes run here. Okay, so I really like Cade Otton this week. I think that I do think that Cade Otton has an opportunity here because Detroit's been giving up a lot of production. It's just that it's been split out among all these different tight ends that people haven't really noticed. So yeah, go ahead and give me Cade Otton as a deep sleeper here this week. I've got Evan Engram as a start too. Strong start here against Indianapolis. He had a 5 target, 5 catch, 49 line in week 1 versus Indianapolis. That's actually solid. I know it's like, just shy 9.9 PPR points, but I mean, goddamn, have you guys seen what is going on there in the fantasy streets with tight end? It's absolutely insanity. So yeah, you'll take 9 points from your fantasy tight end. It's all good. The Colts have not allowed a touchdown to a tight end yet, but they're bottom 10 in both yards and receptions per game allowed. I think Ingram, again, no Zay Jones, I think Ingram does crack through. I think he scores a touchdown today, and I really like him. Ingram's as consistent as they come from a wildly inconsistent position. He's seen exactly 8 targets in 4 straight games and has scored between 9.9 and 11.4 PPR points in 4 of 5 games. So I think he's been really, really consistent. By the way, Evan Ingram has not caught a touchdown pass yet. I think that ends for sure. I don't want to say for sure, but yeah, I think that ends, and I think that ends against the Colts, who again they've been going a little bit too long, having not allowed a touchdown to a fantasy tight end either. So I really like Evan Ingram. If any of you guys are into that, anytime touchdown scorers, Evan Ingram obviously giving you pretty decent plus odds there. So go ahead and give me an Evan Ingram anytime touchdown this week as well. Michael Parla-Greco, Tyler Boyd versus Seattle, Dameon Pierce versus New Orleans. I'll tell you who I'm not playing. I'm not playing Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce is it's a conundrum with Dameon Pierce, man. What are we doing? Yo, what are we doing out here? Oh my God, well, hold up. My boy RG is in the chat. RG, one of the greatest Madden personalities to ever grace our screens. RG, my boy. Hey, dude, I haven't talked to you in ages, dude. And that's on me, man. I apologize, but hopefully you and the girl and the baby doing well. Crazy. I got RG in the chat. Let me get to Michael, then I'm getting to RG. All right. Parla-Greco, here we go. I'm not playing Dameon Pierce. Yo, New Orleans is tough against the run. They've been tough against the run. And Damian Pierce, I don't know what the hell is going on with Damian Pierce. They're just not giving him the ball, right? So New Orleans has allowed the fifth fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position. They have not allowed a touchdown to that position at all. Okay, 3.42 yards per carry allowed to running backs. That's the fourth best. And this is a unit in New Orleans. They've been like this. They have been like this now for years and years and years. Dennis Allen is really good at clogging up run lanes. And Damian Pierce, for whatever reason, dude, he is just not getting a lot of snaps, man. He's played just 50% of the snaps. He gets almost no work as a receiver. He's got 3 targets combined over his last couple of games here. I just, Pierce is the RB24, by the way, on the season. So it's not like I'm telling you to fade like a world beater right now. He's posted just 2 double-digit PPR games in 5 tries. So he's going to get more work than Tyler Boyd, but screw it. I'm going to go Tyler Boyd here. By the way, Seattle has given up a lot of production to the slot. I did have Boyd as a sleeper, a deep sleeper this week. Seattle's given up the most fantasy points per game to inside wide receivers. Okay, so the most yards, the second most receptions, 8.6 yards per attempt. That's the third worst in the NFL. Boyd has failed to crack double digits in 4 or 5 games this year, but the targets are there. Okay, 7+ targets in 4 straight games for Tyler Boyd. I think he gets the job done today. Let me check one last thing here. I'm telling you to play Boyd no matter what. I just want to check if Colby Bryant is there with the Seahawks today. Is he playing? Let's see. Kobe Bryant. DNP. Nope, he's out. So slot corner, Kobe Bryant is out. Backup corner, Artie Burns is out. And what's up with Tariq Woolen's back, though? Yeah, he's back. So that's fine. By the way, Tariq Woolen being back on the outside means they're going to funnel more targets to the inside because Tariq's going to lock up some outside targets, right? So, brother, I really think that Tyler Boyd's got a good game today, by the way. Shoot, man. Can someone say anytime TD for Tyler Boyd? I don't know. But I really like Tyler Boyd this week for sure. Okay, back to my guy, RG. Barkley, Evan. By the way, if you guys are not into Madden, just know that right now in the chats, we have the John Madden of Madden football. Okay? When this man was calling plays and doing the whole color commentary for Madden, just perfect, man. Perfect tone, tenor. Knew the game inside and out because he's a game dev, right? It was a pleasure working alongside RG. Super nice guy too, by the way. Obviously, as I'm gushing about my guy RG here. Anyways, okay. Barkley, Evans, Higgins. Who am I starting? Start one of those 2. Okay, the injury scares me for Evans and Higgins, man. But Barkley's all taped up too. Okay, you know what? In this particular one, because all 3 guys are banged up, so you really can't lean on injuries here. I will go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and say Higgins in this one. I don't feel great about it, man. But I do think that Higgins might be the guy in this particular grouping. Oh, man, the injuries, though. It's so hard. Man. Let me look at one last thing, okay, here. Outside wide receivers, Detroit. Where are they? Okay. Better, pretty good, but not shut down. 59.5% completion rate to outside wide receivers. That's 9th best. That's pretty good. But their league average in regards to yards per game allowed, man, I actually have Godwin as a smash spot this week because they're a little susceptible to inside wide receivers. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to go T. Higgins here. I am going to go T. Higgins. Man, I don't love it. I don't love that call either. So I feel a little dicey on that one. Let me look at one last thing here with T. Seattle versus outside wide receivers. Seattle versus outside wide receivers. Here we are. Yeah, they've been giving up some production, but again, that's with Reek Woolen sidelined for a game and a half or two or whatever it was, right? So, yeah, they've given up some production now. Has Seattle to outside wide receivers. You know what? Let's just go T Higgins, man. You know, we'll go with the quarterback play there. You're getting better quarterback play with Joe Burrow getting healthier. I'll go T. Actually, as I'm talking through it, I feel more confident about T Higgins, but that the rib re-injury does scare me quite a bit. Okay, Aiden Gallegos, Jacoby Myers, Josh Downs. I feel like we're going Jacoby here. No, Jacoby's been great. We're going Jacoby. We're going Jacoby. Jacoby's been great. Oh, by the way, a little bit revenge game for Jacoby Myers. Yeah. We're going Jacoby. We're going Jacoby. No doubt. No doubt. Much love to you, brother. Always. Okay. All I see is gold. Osborne or Barkley? Yeah, man. God. How are we feeling about Barkley, guys? I want to know. What do you guys feel like with Barkley, man? Like, what are we feeling here? I mean, I'm watching him practice. He's heavily taped up. That ankle man, it just don't look right, dude. Give me Osborne. Screw it. Give me Osborne. Again, good matchup. I don't know where Osborne lines up, but they're talking about, oh, maybe he's going to be a outside wide receiver. I hope not. He's better as a slot player than he is as an outside guy. I don't think he's very good outside, but I think he's acceptable as an inside wide receiver. And Minnesota has obviously just given up. Chicago's been giving up production everywhere as well. But yeah, I do have KJ Osborne listed as a sleeper. He's, again, on the season, played 50-50 inside-outside. Addison has played about 75% outside. So I think two wide receiver sets. Obviously, we're going to see Addison and Osborne. By the way, I challenge anyone who's not a Vikings fan. I challenge you to name a third wide receiver on Minnesota. You can't do it. They don't have anyone. They have literally no one. I'm going to pull this up. Minnesota did a horrible job this offseason bolstering their wide receiver core. I know they drafted Addison, but that was like you had to. You lost Thielen, you let him go, which is fine. That's fine. He's an older player. You draft Addison, and that's fine, right? But you have to then go attack this in free agency and or the draft. Like, who are these dudes that they've got running out here, brother? Okay, so we know Osborne, Jefferson, and Addison. The next wide receiver in terms of routes run, Brandon Powell. He's got 20 routes run on the season. He's averaging 4 routes a game. Come on, dude. And then after that, after Brandon Powell, we got to go down to goddamn N'Keal Harry, who has 1 route run on the season. Brandon Powell's your wide receiver 3 right now. N'Keal Harry, who has 1 route run on the season, is your wide receiver 4. Don't tell me that Minnesota did a good job this offseason, dude. Like, you got to go with, what the hell? That's crazy. Who are you even running out there on, like, second team? Like, who's on the practice squad? Bro, that's crazy, man. That is crazy that you would come into this season with 3 viable wide receivers and then just do nothing outside of that. I don't get it. I don't understand. So, yeah, obviously we know Osborne's going to play because they can't play nobody else. Osborne's going to get a lot of snaps, and he's got to see targets here too. And what I'm hoping is a higher scoring game against Chicago. Chicago needs to hold up their end of the bargain, man. Justin Fields and the boys, they really need to come out. Minnesota's defense is bad. I think this one, I know L.A., Dallas is the projected highest scoring game of the week, but honestly, if I was a betting man, I would say that this game is going to end up being the highest scoring game of the week. But again, hard to say because Justin Fields needs to hold up his end of the bargain. So there is that. Okay. Because what's the over-under on this one? It's just 44.5. By the way, bet the over on that. 44.5, yeah. You're good. Okay, you're good. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested in this one. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, Jason, hey man, I appreciate you guys jumping into the chats, dude. Come on, bro. No need to thank me, man. So there you go. DFS. By the way, 7 more minutes to go here. Appreciate everyone hanging in. I got some more matchup plays here coming down the pipe here, okay? But let me get to this question here. DFS, do I think Osborne, Addison, Hawkinson gets the biggest boost from... I think Hawkinson gets the biggest boost. Well, like, what are we talking? Relative boost? Hawkinson's the number one. I don't care what any Addison truther tells me, okay? Addison can't get off press coverage. Addison needs to play flanker. They're going to try to slide him out to X. I know it, because what are you going to do? You're going to try to stick Osborne on the X? Yikes. I think they're going to try to play Addison on the X, and I don't think it's going to go that well for him, to be honest with you. I like Addison. I think he's fine. But I think, to me, Addison is an explosive flanker, right? And so I think in terms of, like, relative value, Addison probably sees, like, the biggest boost. But I think Hawkinson's the number one. So, yeah. I'd have to look at DFS prices, though, right? Hawkinson's expensive, so that makes it pretty hard. And there's a lot of tight end sleeper plays that I really like this week. So I don't have Hawkinson in any of my DFS lineups. I think I got about 5 or 6 going today. Last week pissed me off because I forgot to do DFS, and I only had 2 lineups going, and, like, they were all hastily put together, and I lost, right? So it sucked. Anyway, so I put a little bit more time and thought into this one. That's why I did. By the way, Clark, that's why I did it last night. Put a little bit more thought and time and effort into this. You guys want to know what my DFS lineups look like? Here, I'll help you guys out here a little bit, because I actually did consider these. These were ones that I actually, like, put some thought into here. Let's take a look. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, where are we at? No, okay, hold on. I promise you, I got some lineups coming here. Hold on. I'm on DraftKings, by the way. All right, here we go. I have a Justin Fields stack for the early only. Oh, I actually have a Justin Fields stack in my all day as well. But this is my early only, okay? So these are players I really like. Justin Fields, Deontay Foreman, Raheem Mostert. That backfield, by the way, Mostert and Foreman, super affordable. I've got that in a lot of different spots. I feel like that's a little bit chalky, but that's okay. Got to play Mostert. I don't know how you guys feel about Foreman, but I'm putting my chips in on Foreman because I just like him as a player. But again, obviously, I think the Chicago offense is going to get going against Minnesota's defense, which I don't think is very good. But I like Foreman for the price point. I've got Tyreek Hill, Drake London, who's $4,800 on DK this week, who is just, I mean, that's just like a dude. Play him, play Drake London, and I've got the Justin Fields, DJ Moore stack. Okay, I was thinking about Cole Kmet, I really was, but I didn't go there because it cost me a little bit more than I wanted to, and so I just went with Logan Thomas. And also the Fields stack is a little bit tricky, right? Because you want to go Fields with obviously you want to go quarterback stack here, but I'm just saying Fields and Moore, but then do you really trust 2 guys to go off there, right? I don't know. So I got Logan Thomas in there, who's really, really affordable. I do have Jordan Addison in my early only lineups, and I got the Panthers DST because they're 2K, and I know they're going to get obliterated, but who cares? They're 2K. All they got to do is score 6 points to return value. And honestly, at 2K, you're anticipating like 4 points, and you're like, yeah, I'll live with that. In my all day lineup, I've got Stafford. I know we're running out of time. Stafford. I am stacking Stafford with Puka because the outside matchup data looks a little bit better for Arizona than their inside stuff. Listen, dude, Cooper Kupp's going to get his too, but how do you really stick in Stafford, Cooper, and Puka? I got a Mario reference in there. So yeah, I got Stafford and Puka as my stack. I still got that same backfield, Foreman, Mostert. This time I stick on A.J. Brown, who I think is in a great spot. I got Logan Thomas again as my tight end. I got Marquise Hollywood Brown because, again, we're going with that L.A. game, If I think Stafford's going to put up a big number, then I also must think that Arizona needs to throw the ball. And who's going to catch it? It's got to be Marquise Brown. He's seeing double-digit targets like almost every single week. And again, Panthers DST, because who cares about DST, man? Stafford is super chalky. I don't know. Is he? I don't know if that's true. Actually, I don't know if that's true. To be honest with you, because there's a lot of interesting quarterback plays out there. I think Fields is an interesting quarterback play. So we got a couple different ones out there that I think are actually pretty good. So I actually disagree with that one. I actually don't think that he's too chalky, because I think Jalen Hurts is an interesting one too. And Kirk Cousins, I think people are gonna play Kirk Cousins because he, whatever it might be. Anyways, okay. Got a minute left here. And yeah, by the way, if you're thinking about playing Emari Demercado, I wouldn't do it, man. I'd take him out of the lineup, bro. Keontae Ingram's in the mix, and, they're going to try to work some other dudes. By the way, Demercado's like an average athlete too, guys. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, he's a great athlete. He's like totally tested average. He looks average, and obviously he had a great game last week, but I'll go ahead and believe those testing numbers. I think Demercado's an average athlete playing in a suboptimal offense as well. And yeah, I'm not trusting it here, man. Okay. What else do I got here? I got Raheem Mostert as a smash spot. Going to play him with utmost confidence. And then, man, what are we thinking with Breece Hall? I've got him as a fade this week, dude. Philadelphia has allowed the third fewest fantasy points per game to the position. 3.11 yards per carry allowed. That's the second best in the NFL. And they're also the best in the NFL when it comes to yards after contact. That's really important for somebody like Breece Hall, who is really, really good in terms of explosive run rate. So I've got Breece Hall as a fade this week. All right, the games are now kicking off, man. But obviously, if you guys have questions at any point, man, just hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, man. I'm available all over the place, dude. So yeah, man, let's make it happen. I hope everyone out there has a good Sunday afternoon, man, and let's get after it, dude. Let's get after it. Let's go. Week 6 is here. I hope everyone does really, really well. I hope you guys scored all the fantasy points, man. Anyways, like and subscribe to the channel if you're still with me, man. Would appreciate that. And off we go. All right, man. Peace.